Yo, let's talk about Young Thug. This dude is a straight-up Atlanta legend. He's not just a rapper, he's an innovator. Young Thug changed the game with his unique style, his crazy vocal range, his fashion sense. Wild. People thought he was weird at first. Mumbling, rapping off beat, wearing dresses, it was different, but that's Thugger. He does him. And guess what? People started catching on. His music, it's full of emotion, pain, and also like pure fun. You got bangers for the club and tracks that make you feel things deep down. Young Thug's influence on Atlanta's trap scene is undeniable. He's a pioneer, an inspiration for a whole generation of artists. But then, boom, life took a hard left. Legal troubles hit him hard and it was all over the news. But his fans, they stood by him, showing love and support. Despite the setbacks, his legacy in music remains strong. Awards, accolades, and a lasting impact on the industry. His influence continues to shape the future of hip-hop. Young Thug's journey is far from over, and his story, it's still being written. May 2022, a month that would mark the beginning of a legal saga that gripped the music world. Young Thug, along with Gunna and a bunch of others, gets hit with RICO charges. The news sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. RICO? That's serious stuff, usually reserved for organized crime. It's not something you hear about every day in the music industry. The prosecution claimed they were part of YSL, not just a record label, but a dangerous gang. They painted a picture of a criminal enterprise. The trial was long, man. Over a year. It felt like it dragged on forever, with new twists and turns at every corner. There were leaked songs used as evidence, witnesses changing their stories, the whole 9 yards. It was like a courtroom drama unfolding in real life. It was messy, confusing, and honestly pretty heartbreaking to see Thug stuck in there. You could see the toll it was taking on him. The prosecution painted him as a mastermind, a criminal kingpin. They were relentless in their pursuit. But his lawyers argued he was just an artist, his lyrics misinterpreted. They fought hard to show a different side of him. The whole thing became a debate about art, expression, and whether the justice system understands hip-hop culture. It raised questions that went beyond just this case. After a year of legal battles, plot twists you wouldn't believe, Young Thug made a decision. He took a plea deal. Now, this wasn't an admission of being some gang leader. He pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering. Why? To get out of jail, to go home. The risks of a trial were too high. He could have faced decades behind bars. This plea deal, it was a way out, but it came at a cost. It meant accepting responsibility for his actions, even if he maintained his innocence on the gang charges. It was a tough call, but in the end he chose freedom. Section 4. Freedom's Price, the Sentence and Beyond. So, what's the damage? Young Thug got hit with a 10-year sentence, but hold up, there's a catch. He only has to serve 1 year in prison. The rest, probation and community service. Yeah, you heard that right, he's already served most of his time while awaiting trial. But there are conditions, man. He's got to do 300 hours of community service. And he can't associate with any gang members, plus there's a curfew. No more late-night studio sessions, at least for a while. It's a second chance, a chance to rebuild his life and his career. But it comes with rules, strict rules. Section 5. A changed man, remorse and redemption. Stepping out of that courtroom, Young Thug looked different. Gone was the flashy rapper. This was a man who had faced the consequences of his actions. He expressed remorse for the violence that plagued his community. He talked about being a role model, especially for young black men. He wants to use his platform to steer them away from the streets, to show them there's a better way. Is it real? Time will tell. But one thing's for sure. This experience has changed him. He's seen the inside of a jail cell, the reality of the system. Now, he has a chance to use his voice, his story, to make a difference. Section 6. Back to the beat music community in the future. The music world is buzzing. Young Thug is back and the excitement is palpable. His fans are ready for new music, for that signature Thugger sound that they've missed so much. But this time, there's a sense that his music will be different, more profound, more reflective. It's going to be shaped by his experiences, his time behind bars, his reflections on life, and the lessons he's learned. Will it be introspective, conscious rap that delves into his personal journey? Will it still have that raw energy, that trap sound that made him a star? We'll have to wait and see, as anticipation builds among his loyal followers. One thing's for certain, Young Thug is back in the studio working tirelessly. He's got a lot to say, stories to tell, and emotions to convey through his music. He's got a lot to prove, not just to his fans, but to himself. And he's got a chance to use his music, his influence, to give back to the community that supported him through it all, making a positive impact.